Hello everybody, welcome to episode number 33 of my Football Manager 2023 European Journeyman Save, where we're aiming to win the top tier division in every nation in Europe that are in the game. Last time you were with us, we were winning the title with Glenavon in Northern Ireland. You can see here we picked up a number of awards, including Manager of the Year, 2 competition wins including the league, and one of the cups that are in Northern Ireland. As a result, our reputation has took a big boost up to 65%. We've now got 10 team trophies and 4 personal trophies. We're doing very well. Now, I did resign as the manager of Glenavon in June. You can now see that we're in November. I've had a nice couple of hours clicking continue, waiting for some jobs in the Republic of Ireland to come available. Now, we'll quickly have a look over Glenavon, see how they're actually doing. They're currently down in 7th in the league. They're not doing very well. They're 10 points off the top. So we did really overachieve in Northern Ireland. I don't know whether they've what sort of players they've got still. They've still got pretty much the same players that we had. There's still a threadbare squad though, which is this Kai Popovic is a new player. He's not very good. It's a threadbare squad still, really, but it is pretty much the same squad that we won the title with, so they're not doing very well. Now, you may notice as well that we've got a must respond in the top corner, and that's because we've been offered, finally, a job in the Republic of Ireland, and it is a Bohemians. Now, we are, with Republic of Ireland being a summer league, they are currently at the end of the season. We'll have a quick look at Bohemians. You can see that they're currently 10th in the Irish Premier Division. Now, there's only 10 teams in the Irish Premier Division. They have been relegated. So we are going to be in the Irish First Division, unfortunately. You know, we have this rule where we take the first job that we're offered. We are going to be in the Irish First Division. Now, hopefully one advantage that we do have this time around is that the fact that the team that we're going to be has just been relegated could potentially make us favourites. There was a long, long time where we were potentially going to be the Drogheda United manager. He was well cut adrift at the bottom, really, and he went to insecure, and he was insecure for a long time, and then he picked up 4 wins in a row, and this was basically after 10 games of the season. Here we are, 25 games of the season later, and he's still there, and he's actually managed to get them off the bottom. So we are going to be the Bohemians manager. Now, there's no money. The wage budget it's okay. Obviously, we have to see what kind of players that we're going to be keeping around. We're only being offered a 1-year contract as well. So we are going to accept that. So we are now, if we click forward, the manager of Bohemians in the Republic of Ireland. So here we are. Bohemians have today confirmed the appointment of Dean Talentire as the club's new manager. Eyebrows have been raised in the world of football at the appointment of the 45-year-old who has recently spent time away from club football. Sure to face plenty of questions when he faces the media for the first time at Dalymount Park. Talentire arrives with a record of 216 wins, 43 draws and 62 defeats in his career. He's also won 5 league titles and 5 cups. His first game in charge will be against Drogheda, I beg your pardon, in the Premier Division on the 10th of the 11th. So we've still actually got a game of the season to go. He replaces the previous manager, Colin Healy. Ilya Rafter was considered to be the favourite for the job. It's unclear whether the club favoured Talentire all along. Talentire advanced Premier League winner with Glenavon, brings a wealth of experience with them, prefers a 4-4-2. Again, like I say at the start of every job that we're offered, I've never played a 4-4-2, I play a 4-2-4. Talentire was the subject of considerable criticism at Glenavon in January following humiliating Northern Irish Cup exit at the hands of Coleraine. Okay, fair enough. Now, one thing that has been coming up in all these job interviews is they keep bringing up about me losing the dressing room. Now, I've never lost a single dressing room in this save, so I'm not quite sure where that's coming from either. It's obviously some kind of bug. Club history wise, let's have a look. We'll just click through this. We'll have a look at the club. Now, obviously, we do want to be promoted at the first attempt. We'll skip the press conference, but we'll have a quick look through Ireland. Shelbourne, as you can see here, are the dominant team. So again, we've got a very, very dominant team, which we do have to to try and topple once we get back here. But Bohemians were predicted to finish 5th, and they've actually finished bottom. But you can see, just looking at the odds, just how dominant Shelbourne are. In fact, we've got 8 of the Media Dream 11 who are Shelbourne players. Karim Akara, yeah, they're okay. You know, they're not the greatest of players. It is Republic of Ireland. It's not the greatest league in the world. Apologies if you're from the Republic of Ireland. No offence intended. But here we are. Our key player is Alan Affinity, who is a 22-year-old right back. He's okay. Doesn't look too bad. His contract, it doesn't say when it expires. Obviously, that's stuff that we'll go through. But he's consistent, enjoys big matches. He's got some very, very good physicals. So hopefully we can keep hold of him. Let's have a quick look. His contract's expired. That's not very good, is it? Now, obviously, I've got some work to do with the squad. I am at the end of the season. I'm not going to show you the last game of the season. We're already relegated, so it's pretty pointless. We've actually got we've got a big squad here. We've got a big squad, and we are £3,500 over the wage budget. We're £1 million in debt. That's going to be tricky, isn't it? There's going to be a few of these players who find themselves not here pretty soon. That's obviously some work that I've got to do through the summer, through the pre-season, stuff like that. But here we are, guys. We are now the manager of Bohemians in the Republic of Ireland, our 4th nation on the list. Hopefully we can knock this one off as quickly as possible. It's so far it's been about 3 seasons per nation. Try and get this done in 2. It's going to be very, very unlikely, though. It could be 3, maybe even longer with the way that Shelbourne are. But here we are, guys. We are the Bohemians manager. Obviously, I'm going to go through the pre-season, stuff like that. Now, I'll come back for the first game of next season. We'll try and see who we've moved on, who we've signed, stuff like that. And we'll catch up at the start of next season. So I'll see you guys in just a minute. Right, hello guys, welcome back. We've made it to the start of our first season as the Bohemians manager in the Irish First Division. We've had a productive pre-season. There's a lot of players gone out the door. There was a lot of players whose contracts expired. We've managed to make the squad a little bit smaller. We've managed to repair some of the financial damage to the club as well. We've taken about 200k off the debt. We've halved the wage budget, basically. We are looking to bring another player in, which is going to slightly put us over it, but we have got some transfer budget to play with in terms of that. We have moved a few players on. In terms of sales, we've sold a few players, most notably Ronan McMahon to Dundalk for £20,000. It was more about getting the wage budget off. One thing I didn't notice it on camera, but I did notice is that Vålerenga in Norway are actually our senior affiliate, so we're actually able to bring players in on loan from Vålerenga, and we've brought Marcus Klepp Kodstad in as a right wing back. He's not so great with his crossing and stuff like that, but he's got some really, really good physicals. So excited to see what he can do. We've also brought in a goalkeeper in Alexander Rains. Alexander Rains is a very, very good goalkeeper for this sort of level of football. In terms of signings, we've brought in Leighton Redshaw from Chester, a central defender. Again, it's got some really, really good attributes for this sort of level of football. And then Ryan Fletcher, who he's naturally a midfielder as a roaming playmaker, but we've brought him in as an inverted winger on the right-hand side. He is left-footed. He's got some really, really good physicals as well. So that's where we are as a club. We've brought in a few players. We are looking to bring another one in I believe, not this man. Or is it this man? No. Yeah, that's somebody who was signed before I took charge of the club. Marcus Pedersen is coming in from Vålerenga on loan, but not till June. I'm not sure why it's gone to June, but I believe it's Aaron Aduros from Boston United who I'm looking to bring in as a striker. We're a little bit light in the striker department. We're actually a little bit light all over the field. You can see we've got 2 suspensions that have carried over from last season in Andrews and Softic, 2 of our mainstay players, but we do have some replacements. We've got Connor Cahill who can come in for Andrews. In terms of in for Softic, I'm not really sure. I don't know the squad fully yet. We're probably just going to go with Gavin McAnthony. We can take these subs out. We are at the point where we're ready to play our first game. let's just pick some subs. You notice we don't actually have a reserve goalkeeper, so if anything happens to Reigns, we're not in the best of shapes. I'm not sure if I have one in the under-19s either. Potentially, yes, I've got 2 there, but sorry, no, I don't, because he's out on. I've got 1. I've got Danny Davies, not the greatest. So if anything happens to the goalkeeper, we are not in the best shape. Club-wise, though, we have managed to keep hold of Alan Finnerty. Now his contract has actually expired. He won't sign a new one. Somebody did come in for him, but he rejected them. So I'm just hoping I can keep him without a contract for as long as possible. His concern is that he wants to leave because we got relegated. But I'm hoping we can keep him. League-wise, it's possibly going to be a little bit of a walk in the park. We are the strong favourites for the league, along with Waterford, who also got relegated with us. So you just have a look at the Media Dream 11. There's 9 out of the 11 players there that belong to us. So we should be getting promoted straight away. First game today is against Bray Wanderers. They are predicted to finish 4th, so we'll get into the game. We are at home. Not sure what our stadium's called. I haven't looked it up yet. But yeah, hopefully we can pick up a comfortable win here and just get ourselves into the Premier League as soon as possible. Obviously, if any Premier Division jobs do become available, then we may potentially look to move on. Obviously, our goal is not to make Bohemians a better club, anything like that. It's for us to win the Irish Premier Division, which is what we're here to do. So hopefully we can start off with a good result here in this game against Bray Wanderers. Well, it's been a very, very quiet first half. It's 30 minutes and we've just reached our first highlight. It is Wilson with the corner looking for Finnerty. It's a thumped the woodwork, but we do still come forward. It's now Redshaw and Cahill. No, that's the end of that highlight. Liam Burt has, I was going to say he's picked up a slight knock, but he actually came into the game with a slight knock. 37 minutes, Cahill with a defensive free kick here for Bohemians. Finnerty looking long over the top towards Mullins, using a little bit of his pace to get in behind. He's into the penalty area, squares it for Cronin. Nathan Cronin bags his first goal of the season there to put Bohemians 1-0 up and get us underway in this First Division title push, which we are going on. It was a really, really good hit ball here by Finnerty. Of course, he's a natural right back, but we are playing him as a deep line playmaker. He's good in that position as well. Mullins with the vision to cross it for Cronin. It was a little bit of a poor finish. Deans maybe could have done a little bit better in goal there, but we will take the goal. And we've got a highlight before half time. It's Deans, the goalkeeper, going long, cut out by Fletcher. Now Mullins finds Kogstad back forward towards Fletcher. The inverted winger cuts back onto his left foot, feeds Mullins. Mullins is in and he's put it wide. How has he missed? How has he missed? It looked easier to score. Good build-up though, good build-up. Fletcher being involved there. Kogstad, Finnerty's playing well in the centre of the park. The ratings maybe don't reflect that. Burt's down a little bit. Fletcher, though, I'm quite excited about having Fletcher as a naturally left-footed player on this right-hand side. He's done well in the pre-season, cutting in from that wing, bagged a few goals. But hopefully we can extend our lead in this half as Deans with a goal kick for Bray Wanderers. It's a long one, but nobody's underneath it. We all missed it, but Redshaw sweeps round behind, cuts it out. Kogstad looking for Mullins. McJanet cuts it out. Furlong to McNamara. He's giving it away to Mullins. Mullins with the ball. It's a really searching ball. It's for Cronin. Cronin's in again. Nathan Cronin bags his second goal of the season. I think it's actually been given offside. It has been given offside. I can see the linesman there running with his flag up. Must be close. It's not close. It's it's really not close. Mullins gone far too early there. It's encouraging though, looking at the match stats. Bray Wanderers haven't had a shot on target yet. Our XG massively outranks theirs. As I say that, and Bray Wanderers are now coming forward on the attack with an attacking free kick to be taken by Slattery. Weighing up his options here, taking his time. It's towards the far post. It's McAnthony underneath it. McJanet's there. Reigns has used his feet there. A little bit of dodgy goalkeeping there from the on-loan goalkeeper from Valerenga. Now Murray, Slattery. Gallagher looking long. We should win this header. We do. It's Redshaw into Burt. McAnthony over the top looking for Mullins. Mullins is in behind the defence here. Can he get his shot away? He can. He's rolled it underneath the goalkeeper, and Jamie Mullins bags his first goal of the season. A great ball over the top by McAnthony there to pick out Mullins to make it 2-0. It's a fantastic pass, this. Mullins, we're using his pace, gets him behind the defender. I think he's quite a quick player, is Mullins, if we have a look. Yes, he's got a decent amount of pace, hasn't he? Maybe not the best striker, but it doesn't really matter. Deans with the goal kick. Looking long again. Cahill's underneath this one. It's Mullins. Using some of that pace, gets himself out wide. Good tackle by McJanet, but Mullins comes away with the ball again. He's got another man facing him up here. It's a good cross towards that back post and Burt, but it's headed clear. Thompson helps it further on, but it's easy for Cahill. Cahill looking over the top towards Mullins again. Mullins has rolled the defender, pulls it across for Cronin. Oh, it's nearly 3. It's cleared off the line there by the Bray Wanderers defender. I believe it was Golding. It was Golding. Almost 3-0 there for the Bows. But as things stand, we are currently sat on top of the division on goal difference over Galway and Finn. The team that were relegated with us, Waterford, currently getting beaten by either Galway or Finn Harps. Not really good for the team predicted to finish second there. Obviously does help us out, gives us that little 3-point cushion though. At the top of the division over the team who are predicted to give us a good run in the division. Very happy with the opening day win there here at Bows. Fantastic result. Waterford, yeah, that's a nice little 3-point cushion that we've got over Waterford there. Very, very good performance. Now, I do believe it's a 32-game season. It is a 32-game season. So, obviously, we're going to come back after 11 games. We'll see where we're at. So, 11 games should be sort of around about here. Obviously, we'll see where we're at in terms of the league and who's pushing us close. We could be facing Waterford potentially in the next game. But guys, thank you for watching. Glad to be in Ireland, glad to be in our fourth nation finally after the 6 months without a job. It's a little bit of a shame that we're in the first division though, as opposed to being straight into the Premier Division. But I do believe that overthrowing Shelburne is going to be a very, very difficult job. They've now won it 5 times in a row. And if you have a look at the season preview in the Premier Division, they comfortably predicted to win it again this season. So overthrowing Shelburne is going to be particularly difficult. We'll obviously look and try and get ourselves into one of these clubs at some point. If not, we'll stay at Bray Wanderers, see if we can get Bray to overthrow them. But guys, thank you for watching. It's been a pleasure as always. Please remember to hit that thumbs up button, hit that subscribe button. I know I keep saying I don't like asking people to do it. It's one of the things that I hate about YouTube, is I don't like it. But when you're as small as me, you need all the help you get. So if you can remember to do it for me, guys, please. Obviously, any comments, let me know. Let me know if I'm pronouncing Bohemians right, any of the names in Ireland, because I know some of them are pronounced a little bit funny. Like, I believe this is pronounced Cobe. I could be wrong. But guys, thank you, and I'll see you all in the next episode.